Hello, my name is Sergio Toledo. I am part of Catapult Systems Data and AI team. Today, I am here to talk about creating more resilient supply chain as part of the next Industrial Revolution Summit here at Catapult Systems. I hope this information is both insightful and beneficial for you and your business. Our agenda for today will be going over the benefits of creating more resilient supply chains, Power BI overview, and a build supplier case study. Now, the first two points in our agenda will be very brief, as I want to focus the majority of the time on the case study. So let's get to it. So we want to create a more resilient supply chain because by doing so, we can discover actionable insights. We want that call to action. And that can be because of we want information pertaining to capacity usage, inventory levels, delivery logistics. As we all know, these are very important metrics to keep track of, and we want to be able to act on both good and bad pieces of information that come from those specific metrics. We also want improved visibility because it will better enable us to plan for and meet future customer demand. We want to know how much of something we need to order, how much of a particular product we need to keep in stock. These different pieces of information will better help us make the customers happy, better make the business more efficient. So we will be using Power BI for this. And the reason being is because Power BI enables all data for everyone for every decision. And what do I mean by this? Well, Power BI helps in bringing in data from multiple sources, transforming data and merging them into a data model to get insights. Power BI supports both on-premises and cloud data sources. There are more than 135 native data connectors. You can also write your custom connector for your data source. Power BI will allow you to create interactive reports, supports data-driven decision-making. You can aggregate multiple reports to a dashboard on the Power BI service and share this to all users with enterprise security. This helps in everyone making data-driven decisions using Power BI. The deliverables can be viewed on a variety of platforms. There are different ways to share the results, bringing the visuals to every person in your organization. So Power BI helps drive a data culture for everyone and every decision. So again, we want to focus on this build supplier case study. So this particular builder, as many do, has various goods that are manufactured using raw materials or products kept at various locations. Now, they seem to be having issues in their supply chain management. These issues are causing problems throughout the workflow. So they want us to help them identify these issues and find a solution. So again, the problem is there's a lack of visibility for inventory management. Some of these orders sometimes are canceled or delayed. This can happen weeks after the orders were first placed, which will cause a bottleneck in the workflow and will inevitably lead to the loss of potential revenue. And this is something obviously that nobody wants. So what is the solution? The solution is a Power BI report and dashboard for inventory management. We want this because it will give us more visibility, it will be more accessible, and will help the business be more proactive instead of reactive. If you always catch yourself being more reactive, you can start lagging behind. By being proactive, you prepare for problems before they arise. We also want to make better and more informed decisions for the business. We do that by better being able to access the data to make these decisions. Now, based on this case study, we want to go to the Power BI report that was created. And here we have this inventory report. We have 2 pages, inventory status and product usage. Now, the inventory status page has the various visuals that better help the business and everybody in the business understand the inventory situation. We have cards, we have column charts, bar charts, donuts and gauges and tables. So the cards are mainly for KPIs that you want to have readily available, that you want to be the first thing that the people who are viewing the report see. So with this, we have products with negative inventory. So we have one product with negative inventory. What does this mean? Meaning not only do we not have any of this product available, we also need to reorder this product. We also have a card for a number of products used in the past year, which is pretty self-explanatory, as well as products in stock. We have a number of unreserved orders. Now this is a KPI specific for this customer because when an order comes in, it is added into the system, it goes into the pipeline, and eventually somebody has to go in and reserve the product being used in that order. So when an order is reserved, that means all the product is there, the order is able to be fulfilled, and it's ready to be worked on. So we have one order that is unreserved, which could not be a red flag or anything. Sometimes, an order could just have come in and there's not enough time to reserve it yet. So that can be something that is acted upon later. It's not an immediate action item unless you want it to be. We also have products usage by month year. For this specific data set, we only had information from September 2020 to March 2021. And the information from March was very minimal. It was only the first week of March, so that will be the reason for the value being so small compared to the rest of the year. And here we have, we see after September, there's a big jump at the end of the year. And then once the new year starts, there's not as much product being used. So that could be, that could mean a variety of different things. It could be that during the holidays, people are ordering more. And once the new year comes around, those orders start going down. There could be various reasons, but it gives us something to work on. There's something we want to identify. We want to see why is there a drop. And with more data, potentially, we could come to a satisfactory conclusion on that. We also have inventory by site. So again, this builder has many sites that holds different products. And we see here that site 5 has the bulk of all the inventory available. We also have a donut chart here displaying the number of orders reserved. So again, the orders are reserved, meaning the product is taken aside and reserved for that specific order. In this case, we have 45.76 thousand orders that are reserved, and we have one unreserved order. Now, this visual is showing 0% because 1 compared to 45.76K is essentially 0%, which is why we decided to add this card here, because somebody looking at this chart might sometimes say, oh, well, we don't have any unreserved orders. I don't see anything. It says 0. Well, with this card, it helps be a call to action, if you will. If you have more orders coming in and more being unreserved, then potentially that donut chart will look a lot different. We also have estimated months on hand in this gauge. And what this means is an average monthly usage for each product is taken from the data. And this builder wanted to know, okay, well, we have the average monthly usage. We want to know which products do we have enough for the future as well, not just for this month, but we want to be able to know that we have enough for 4.5 months. Because sometimes, okay, if you have enough for this month, but for next month, you might need more. Sometimes some reorders can take some time to be filled. So you want to know ahead of time, okay, 4.5 months is that target that this supplier made. And if a product falls below that, the gauge will display that. And again, this gauge can also be filtered based on a selection on a product here in the table. So here on the table, we have different products. And if we select any of these, we see here that we have way more months on hand than that 4.5 for some of these products. Now let me go down here, scroll down this table, and let's go to this product here. So we have 1.38 months on hand. So for this product, okay, maybe we won't run out tomorrow, maybe we won't run out next month, but there needs to be a reorder made for this specific product if it's being used in future orders and if demand is high or the demand is projected to be high. And this again helps the business be more proactive. We're not waiting for those numbers to hit zero. We're doing it before it hits zero so that we can be better prepared for any stock shortages that might arise in the future. And so I'm now going to this table again. This has all the products here listed. We have the quantity on hand, meaning the number of slabs, number of boxes, number of square feet of a material. It can be really any unit that is being used by the specific builder or your specific business. For this specific builder, it was slabs and square feet. Now we have yield quantity on hand. So these slabs were used to make goods, to make other products. But if we need a specific product to be made, the conversion is not always going to be one-to-one. There's some waste when creating and manufacturing. And so this supplier was able to identify a yield quantity of about 65% of a product is used. And this is just a generic number that they came up with. This is not something that everybody has to abide by. It can be any number that you see fit if it's a metric that the business deems to be useful. And as I said, in this case study, this supplier deemed it useful, so they wanted the yield quantity on hand. So we see again here, it's a little less, it's 65% of the quantity on hand, because of course, like I said, there is going to be waste. And then we have inventory status. The inventory status gets the on-stock quantities for these products, for these materials. And when a new order comes in, it immediately subtracts the product amount in that new order from the inventory to determine whether there is enough stock. And this is before it's reserved, because when it's reserved, it might be too late. Or when somebody is going to reserve it, it might be too late. We want to know the moment the order is placed, the moment the order is entered into the system. I want to know, is there enough inventory? And this inventory status helps us determine that. So we see here again with this card, is actually relating to this specific value, but it's giving a total count. So this value here is giving us the inventory amount after a new order is placed. And this is giving us the count of the product when they have a negative inventory. So we see here, the only number with a negative inventory is this Sardona. And so the count, this card uses a KPI that gets the count of all numbers with negative inventory. So that's why it's displaying that one there for this specific product. So we also have usage over the past 12 months. So this is just how much of a product was used in the past year. We have a monthly average for the past 12 months. So Aries was used a total of 51,327 square feet in the past year. And the average for those months is at 4,000. We also have the estimated months on hand, which is again the KPI being used in this gauge. Although this gauge, again, it's the aggregate for all the values, which is why you see here the total matches up. And in the table, it just helps us see product by product comparison for these values. And then we also have a reorder quantity. And if we go here, we have 394 square feet of in total products being reordered. And we go here, we see sandalwood, vermilion, ivory, pearl. These are all being reordered. But we also see that they haven't really been used in the past 12 months at all. So maybe some of these reorders didn't need to be placed if they haven't been used, or the business just wanted to prepare in case people start ordering this product again. So again, this report, once it's made, it can be readily shared to the rest of the business through Power BI service, and anybody with access would be able to come in and view these metrics, these visuals, and make the decisions they need to make. unlike in maybe another other ways of reporting where one person needs to generate the report and the report needs to be generated over and over again. Maybe it's not accessible right away. Here, anybody can just log in. Again, if they have access and see these values, see these visuals, and act on what they see if there's a call to action. And judging this card again, there's products with negative inventory. There is a call to action here. That product needs to be reordered and quickly because an order was placed and we need more stock. We also have here a product usage page. So here is just to show what products are being used the most or the least. So we have the totals again, monthly average past 12 months, usage over the past 12 months, usage amount. These two are the same because we don't have a whole year amount for these products in the data set. So we only have about 6 months, so these two are going to be the same. Once more data comes in, the numbers would obviously vary because if you have more data than 12 months worth. And these values can also be changed. These expressions are built. 12 months was just a generic number used in this case study. It can be any number really of months or weeks, days, or years. Again, it can be any number, 3 months, 1 month, whatever the business seems to believe that is more beneficial is a number that can be used. Again, this is just a number being used in this case study as an example. So here we have also our chart showing the most used products by name. So these products are the ones where the most square feet of these products are being used or were used. Then some of these products, it might be because there's just more big orders. So maybe more another product is used more in different orders, and one product is just whenever it's used, it's ordered in bulk. Here we see that is not the case. The product that is used the most is also used in the most orders. So we see here Marlana is both used a great amount, but is also in the most orders. So it's used in 2.3 thousand orders, and that's a very big amount. This is a popular product, and maybe the insight that could be drawn from here is that this product specifically needs to be on hand all the time. There needs to be a good amount in the warehouse in stock. And this table here is giving again the same details in the previous table. Quantity on hand, yield quantity, monthly average, usage, estimated month on. But it also has this last activity column. And this is just a comment column really. So these tables, they don't all have to be numeric values. If there's any comments pertaining to products, maybe some products will no longer be used, will no longer be in stock, and maybe some comments there would help better visualize that in the table. And whoever looks at the table can see, oh, why is this product no longer in orders? And maybe a comment can say no longer in use, and that way people will be able to, not really draw any conclusions or have any red flags going off that a product is no longer in stock. We see a comment no longer in use, and there's that. No more investigation is necessary, and the business will be able to just keep moving and go on to the next issue or next piece of information to move forward with. And so again, sometimes you don't want to also have to log into this report. You don't want to have to go to this to know, okay, is there a product that's not in stock? Is there a product that we need to reorder? Is there a problem with an order? Sometimes you want to be alerted of of any issues that come up. Well, with a dashboard, you can aggregate visuals from many different reports. In this case, these are all from the same report. And here with this card visual, with this gauge, and a few other visuals, alerts can be set. So if you click on the ellipses for this card, you see here there's a manage alerts option. Click on that, you can add different rules. So a rule that's already added there that's active is alert for products with negative inventory. We set a condition above, below, and we set a threshold. The threshold can be anything you want. So again, there's a product that needs to be reordered, and we want to know if there's more than 0, meaning if there's any products that need to be ordered, we want to know it. And we can have a notification frequency here at most every 24 hours or at most once an hour, so that notifications can be sent that there's a product that needs to be reordered, that there's something that somebody needs to look at in this report. And then you can also, you see here by default, you'll receive notifications on the service in the notification center. If you want an email sent as well, you click that box and an email will be sent. So again, showing the notification center, click on the ellipses in the Power BI service. There's the notifications here. You see here, alert for number of unreserved orders, alert for products with negative inventory. And again, when you click that box for an email, it will send you an email as well. And here we have an example of the email. The alert for number of unreserved orders, dashboard tells you the name of the dashboard, measure, the measure that the alert pertains to, current value 1, threshold 0, and then a go to dashboard link. So this will better help the business be more prepared for any issues that come up in the supply chain, any issues relating to inventory, any logistical issues. These reports can be really customized to whatever business needs. This is just an example, again, in this case study of what the specific customer wanted, some of the capabilities that Power BI has. But Power BI is a very useful tool that can better help the business by creating more resilient supply chains, by managing alerts, by having the data be more accessible, more visible for everybody in the organization. And that will better help the business be prepared, because now we're heading towards a data-driven culture in this next industrial revolution, and we want to be able to make use of the data that we have. We want you to be able to make use of the data that you have, and Catapult systems can help you do that. So again, Power BI is a very useful tool to make inventory management more visible, more accessible, make the business more proactive, and make better, more informed decisions. Thank you for your time. If you'd like to speak to a Catapult expert about using data and AI to transform your business, visit this link. And also take a short survey to let us know how we did. We appreciate your feedback. Thank you.